Welcome Banerjee sir to the Bharat ke Saath Banao Yatra series. And since India is on the verge of becoming a global manufacturing destination, I would like to know, and also the viewers would like to know your opinion as a thought leader. Uh, why do you think Bharat will be the next global manufacturing destination?
I would I would say five things why we believe, or I believe, India will be the next manufacturing destination. Number one, internal demand. India has 142 crore population, and every one amongst the population has one stomach and two hands. And in order to feed this one stomach, 142, we have over 80 crore hands. That, to my mind, is the biggest advantage India has, internal demand. Number two, demography. India has a huge demographical advantage. To tell you this little bit, the way I see it, the demography is not, I'm talking about men-woman difference or percentages, but it is the percentage of working age population to the total. You'll be surprised to know that China in 2020 had 75% of their population working age. As I'm talking to you, it has already gone down to 70%. India, on the other hand, in 2020, the working age population was 63%. It has already gone up to 69%. That means, as we are talking, India and China working age population is equal, and China had a more working age population in the past. By 2040, the working age population in China from 70% will shrink to 60%. India will then continue to remain at 67%. Because of our higher working age population, the chances are that India's manufacturing ability and service ability will be profoundly greater than what China has been able to depict. So number one is internal demand. Number two is demographic advantage. Number three, India's relationship with East and West. I believe this is the only large economy which has good relationship with the East, which is Russia, and the West, which is Europe and USA. As we are speaking, even the relationship with China is set to improve significantly. This is an inherent advantage. Not too many countries in the world, large economies, have the advantage of importing and exporting to almost each country of the world. Number four, English. English is a great advantage India has. We understand English, we speak English, and we write English. English is the medium through which, the most common medium, through which R&D papers are published. Even good papers in Chinese and Italian and French and German, good ones are translated to English. English is the most popular R&D, research and development language through which communication takes place. We can access that, we can access them, we can contribute. So our advantage in English is huge, and obviously that's a country advantage. Number five is China plus strategy. World over has decided, especially after the pandemic, that the world must de-risk from China. And the logical choice from de-risking from China is India. Of course, Indonesia, Vietnam are other countries which are competing with India for sure. But India having a large internal demand and large population, for many companies, India has become a logical choice. So to summarize, I believe for India to become the manufacturing hub of the world, perhaps next to China, but I don't think we can beat China in the near future. But we have to be coming quite close to China, is essentially because of our internal demand, the demographic advantage which we have, the good relationship with the East and the West, our ability to understand English, and of course the China plus strategy. These five things, I believe, would bring India or take India to the number two position of the manufacturing hierarchy.
You very well summarized and very pinpoint on all the aspects of the manufacturing industry of Bharat. And what I feel is in accelerating any kind of transformation, the ecosystem needs to be very well placed. So, what type of aspects you see when we talk about, how, Bharat can accelerate when it comes to its ecosystem in becoming this global manufacturing destination?
As I said, for becoming a manufacturing hub, we have 5 clear advantages. In order to make ourselves ready for this takeoff, we need to do 5 things. Of course, there are many, but I could pick up 5 for you. The first, perhaps not in order of priority, but the way I think is one, land. A manufacturing cannot be done unless there is land. A factory needs land. And the land must be made more transparently available to the manufacturing entrepreneurs. Availability of land, where the land is available, is it free from encumbrances, transferring the land on time, and making entrepreneurs know where land is available, where all lands are available, must be made very transparent. This would be an extreme advantage for entrepreneurs to put up their factories. Number 2, labor. We can't manufacture unless there is labor.
Right.
But the problem with labor is we need labor when we want. We just can't be sacked with labor when perhaps there is no demand. Therefore, there has to be a law, or there has to be an ecosystem where the entry and exit of labor is relatively easy. In fact, as we are talking to you, there has been a move by the government called the New Labour Code, which the central government has published or enunciated, but the state governments across the country have not adopted. Labor is a state subject. The state governments must adopt this new labor code. This actually provides entrepreneurs with the ability to hire and get rid of people when they want. Full flexibility is available in this labor law, the new labor codes. Perhaps the trade unions are not understanding the flexibility in employment actually enhances employability. This is the second issue. The third issue is not only we need labor, but we need relevant labor. That means skilled labor. We have to have skilled labor. We all know that amongst the educated, the unemployment rate is higher, maybe at around 20%. But the uneducated, the unemployment is very low, less than 3%, which means that menial jobs are available, be it cleaning the toilet or cleaning the road, those jobs are available. But when you go to the higher class jobs, the jobs are not available because we don't have enough skilled, employable labor. We must have employable labor, our skill, our education, our R&D efforts toward making the next generation of India fit to become the manufacturing hub needs to be really enhanced. Number 4, the legal system. No entrepreneur will invest or no foreigner will invest unless they know that if there is a dispute, I can get a fair trial and within available time, maybe 6 months, 9 months, there must be a fair trial. India is far, far away. We all know the legal system is a big hindrance. If you go to the court, we don't know when the court will come out with the law, with their judgment. 6 months, 6 years, or 16 years. We just don't know. In this situation, we cannot dream to become the number 1 or number 2. Our legal system has to be world class, providing timely and reliable judgments. And the last one is ease of doing business. Ease of doing business is something which we have been talking about for some time, but on ground, the ease is not as good as what it should be. If you ask an entrepreneur to put up a factory in Singapore or Hong Kong, you would actually figure out they have been able to put up their assets within 7 to 10 days, all permissions given. India is not that system. India takes a long time. One, there are still a number of permissions required, and 2, real single window clearance is still not available in the country. We should go to one place and get all permissions, and then I'm done. The only permission which perhaps could take time is environment related permission. I can't disturb or destroy environment. As long my entrepreneurial ability or entrepreneurial venture takes care of environment, I would believe within 48 hours or 72 hours, all permissions should be granted. Then you see what happens to India. You will just take off. To summarize, land must be made available very easily. Labor needs to be made flexible. Skilled labor, that means skill improvement and education needs to be relevant, employable education. Legal system must be not only transparent but timely, and ease of doing business needs to be world class. 5 things, but if we can implement even 50% of these 5 steps which we are suffering from, India would definitely be the number 2 in the manufacturing islands of the world.
Correct. So, a lot of insights for our viewers as well as all the participants in the manufacturing industry of Bharat. And, it was our privilege to host you, as one of our first, thought leaders of the Bharat Ke Sath Banao series. And we are glad that India has leaders like you who know the depth and the width, of the process which takes place in manufacturing any kind of industry. So thank you, and we look forward to engaging with you further.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.